Are you a fan of the sitcom My Three Sons? It was a popular show that ran over 12 seasons with 380 episodes from 1960 to 72. It followed widowed aeronautical engineer Stephen Douglas and his three sons. The show was a success due to its excellent writing and directing, but it was also due to its incredible cast members. Sadly, many of the main My Three Sons cast members have now passed away. Let's learn about how each of these cast members died and about their incredible lives and careers. Fred MacMurray. Fred MacMurray was born August 30th, 1908 in Kankakee, Illinois. His father was a concert violinist, and it seemed Fred was destined to pursue a career as a musician himself. He performed as a vocalist with artists like Gus Arnheim and George Olsen. He also played clarinet and tenor with Gus Arnheim. But it was clear Fred's true talents were with acting. He began his career in the 1930s alongside his music career. He immediately got his start with great directors like Billy Wilder and soon found himself acting alongside prominent actors like Humphrey Bogart, Claudette Colbert, Henry Fonda, and Barbara Stanwyck. His big break was as Walter Neff in the film noir Double Indemnity, which was released in 1941. 2 years later, he became the highest-paid actor in Hollywood. He was also lauded for his villainous role in the romantic comedy drama The Apartment. That film was released in 1960, the same year he was cast as Stephen Douglas. He received praise for his role in My Three Sons, and his performance is listed up there with some of his best film performances. He largely retired from acting following My Three Sons. His final acting role was in the 1978 horror film The Swarm. Fred MacMurray was a lifelong smoker, and he was sadly diagnosed with throat cancer in the 1970s. In 1988, he suffered a stroke and was partially paralyzed for a few years. He suffered from leukemia and eventually died from pneumonia in 1991 at age 83. Before we tell you more about how each My Three Sons cast member died, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First for more. William Frawley. William Frawley was born February 26, 1887 in Burlington, Iowa. While he was best known for his role as Fred on I Love Lucy, his role as Bub O'Casey on My Three Sons also became one of his most memorable. While his religious mother wasn't too keen on young William becoming an actor, he nevertheless persisted and began acting in local plays and even performing in operas. While he worked a few day jobs as a stenographer and court reporter, it was clear his heart was in acting. He briefly formed a vaudeville double act with his brother Paul before moving on to scriptwriting. He began his film career in the 1910s, appearing in a few silent films. By the 1940s, he had become a regular character actor in films like Miracle on 34th Street and Monsieur Verdoux. His big break came when he was cast as Fred in I Love Lucy, a role he played from the show's start in 1951 to its end in 1957. Following the success of I Love Lucy, he was cast as Bub O'Casey on My Three Sons, which became the other show he was famous for. He appeared on the show from 1960 to 65. He died from a heart attack in 1966, 5 days after his 79th birthday. My Three Sons continued without him for another 7 years, but many fans agree his portrayal of Bub O'Casey was one of the highlights of the show. William Demarest. William Demarest was born February 27, 1892 in St. Paul, Minnesota. He served in the Army during the First World War and began a career in show business upon returning to civilian life. He first began working in vaudeville before graduating to Broadway plays. He soon came into contact with director Preston Sturges and became a favorite for his films. He appeared in some of Preston Sturges's best films, including The Lady Eve and Sullivan's Travels. He also had a role in the hit comedy It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. He also had a prominent television career, appearing in shows like Alfred Hitchcock Presents. His big break in TV came with his lead role in the sitcom Love and Marriage. But his role as Uncle Charlie on My Three Sons was his most popular. His character was a replacement for Bub O'Casey, played by William Frawley. The show continued to remain popular thanks to William Demarest's excellent performance as Uncle Charlie. He had a few film roles in the 70s, but his role on My Three Sons signified the peak of his career. He died in 1983 at age 91. He suffered from prostate cancer and pneumonia. Don Grady. Born June 8, 1944 in San Diego, Don Grady began his acting career in his teens, appearing in several popular Western TV shows. These included Colt 45, The Rifleman, and Wagon Train. Much of his early career included bit parts and occasional recurring roles on these popular shows. He appeared in only a few films during his career, with Ma Barker's Killer Brood and The Wild McCullochs being his only credited film roles. His big break came when he was cast as Robbie Douglas in My Three Sons. He appeared on 11 of the show's 12 seasons. After he quit, he pursued a musical career and often composed music for films and TV. He composed for shows like Donahue and even an episode of My Three Sons. He also composed music for Jetsons the movie. He continued to work as a composer throughout the 2000s, with his final credit being the 2008 documentary film On the Edge of Black and White. But his role as Robbie Douglas on My Three Sons remains his best-known work. His role grew bigger as the show progressed, but he didn't want to stick around for the final season, as he was eager to start his music career. He sadly died of myeloma at age 68 in 2012. Meredith MacRae. Meredith MacRae was born on May 30, 1944 in Houston, Texas. She began her acting career taking on bit parts in movies like Beach Party. Her first foray into television acting was as Julie Kovacs in The Young Marrieds, but it was her role as Sally Ann in My Three Sons that caused her acting career to take off. She played Mike's love interest and loved her time on the show. Nevertheless, she asked to leave the show after 3 seasons as she wanted to explore other acting opportunities. Her character was then written out of the show. During her time on My Three Sons, she also appeared in the feature film Bikini Girl. Following her departure from the show, she acted in the film Footsteps in the Snow. She spent much of her career appearing in bit parts and recurring roles on popular TV shows like The Beverly Hillbillies, The FBI, The Rockford Files, and Magnum P.I. She also had a formidable career following her departure from My Three Sons. She appeared in films like Norwood, The Chinese Caper, My Friends Need Killing, and China Heat. She also created and hosted the show Born Famous, which premiered in 1987. Meredith MacRae died in 2000 due to complications from brain cancer, after experiencing intense vertigo and having a brain tumor removed in previous years. Beverly Garland. Beverly Garland was born October 17, 1926, in Santa Cruz, California. During her years at Glendale City College, she began taking acting classes. One of her first major roles was as Nina in the TV drama Mama Rose. Early on, she developed a reputation for playing strong and tough roles. She also had a formidable movie career, with one of her early notable roles in the film DOA. In 1957, she appeared in the one-season police TV series Decoy, in which she played an undercover police officer. She also was in several films in the 50s, including Problem Girls, The Neanderthal Man, The Miami Story, and Two Guns and a Badge. She joined the cast of My Three Sons during the final season in 1972 and played Barbara Harper Douglas. By this time, she was a veteran film and TV actor and household name. She continued to act regularly in films and TV shows following the end of My Three Sons. Her notable work in the later stage of her career included roles in Mannix, Kung Fu, Trapper John M.D., and Seventh Heaven. She also appeared in films on occasion from the 70s onwards. Her notable film roles during this stage of her career included Roller Boogie, It's My Turn, and If, which was her final feature film role. She died of natural causes in 2008 at age 82. Now it's time to hear from you. Who was your favorite character from My Three Sons? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Factsverse if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.
Hey Rob, what were your horses named? Horses?